Hey, what do you think you're up to, Justin? What brought this all of a sudden? What do you mean you can't come to the ceremony? Huh? Don't you see how important today is? Do you get that a wedding ceremony is taking place? And you saying that you can't come is ruining it. Why are you doing this?
Brock, I don't know what else to say apart from that I'm sorry. I really can't go to the ceremony right now, so I apologize for having to tell you this news.
But it's blatantly obvious that you're not sorry at all, because otherwise you'd show up to the ceremony. There's no way you can get away with this by just saying sorry. Do you have any idea how not showing up to this special day is ruining all the plans that are taking place here? Do you have any idea what you've done?
Do you understand that my contractions have started getting worse and that I could be going into labor any time now? The pain has calmed down a bit, but my doctors told me that now that the contractions are getting closer together, I need to get to the hospital immediately to have this child. I've got no choice here, Brock. So to make up for missing out on the wedding ceremony, I'll send a nice congratulatory message to Ashley. I'm sure that she'll understand and appreciate me contacting her.
A congratulatory message? Are you kidding me? Is that all you're going to do for Ashley? Do you think that that's all it takes to make the situation better? Do you have any clue as to who Ashley is getting married to? She's marrying the heir to the Hunters Company, Gregory. This is also an important opportunity to promote my company to him. Now you're doing this, making me feel like the butt of the joke, and think it's funny to make an excuse like you did to ditch the wedding? Is this for your own convenience or something?
Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? Do you really think that I'm choosing to not attend this wedding? That I'm going into labor for my own convenience?
Yes, I very much think that you're doing this so that you're not inconvenienced into having to leave the house. You just canceled because you got a stomach ache, right? Obviously, you don't seem to know how to take care of your own body, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's what happens when you don't take care of your own health.
Are you seriously hassling me about the way I manage my health? You are wrong, because I take good care of my body. The baby just wants to be born as planned.
Stop nitpicking everything I'm talking about. You know, Justin, as a wife, you're worse than trash. I give you a luxurious dress and get all the styling sorted, and this is how you repay me?
Oh, for goodness sake, Brock, I cannot believe you right now. I'm not your piece of equipment that you can just throw around and do what you want with. I am your wife. I don't know what else.
You, Justin, are a company president's wife. You're to obey and to do what I say when I say it. It's no exaggeration to say that the qualities of a president is also reflected in his wife. So you too must show up and look your best when an occasion like this is occurring. What you're doing right now is outrageous, especially since you're not coming here.
I don't know what else to tell you, Brock. My contractions have started this morning, and there is really not much more I can do about delaying the baby's birth.
But do you really think that it's a wise thing to miss my sister's wedding just because you're in labor? You need to hold off giving birth during the ceremony and get here. You've been invited, so you should be attending this wedding, Justin. You can go to the hospital afterwards, once we're ready to have this baby.
Are you insane? Do you seriously think it's possible to decide when this baby is allowed to come into this world or not? Have you lost your mind? I am done with this conversation right now. It is too difficult and I need to concentrate on my breathing and get through this labor. I'll message you later.
Can't just bail on me in the middle of a conversation. Wait, you can't run away from this issue. You're to come here and attend this wedding ceremony, Justin. You need to obey and listen to your husband when he's talking to you. All you are right now is a piece of scum. You're such a coward to run away from this conversation. How dare you? Hey, Justin, how's it going? Are you feeling okay now? I heard that you went for a walk, but I still think you should have stayed in bed to recover.
Oh, hey, Drew. I'm doing much better. Thank you for asking. I just want to think for a little bit because so much is going through my head and I just wanted some fresh air. But I really appreciate you getting in touch with me during this time since so much is going on. Also, please don't worry about me too much, Drew.
Oh, okay. I see. That's fine, I suppose. But what do you mean? You needed time to think? This doesn't have to do with Brock or something, does it?
Well, yeah, just a bit actually, especially with the way he was talking to me when his little sister was getting married. I couldn't believe his behavior.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, I'd like to give my opinion on the situation, if that's okay with you. You really should break up with Brock as soon as possible, to be honest with you. His behavior is unacceptable, especially when he prioritizes his sister's wedding over his wife's health during the birth of your child. I can't help but think how abnormal he was being, especially with how emotionally abusive he was being towards you during a really stressful time.
Oh, Drew, I totally understand where you're coming from. I completely get what you're saying. I should have a way more supportive husband than how he behaved.
Wait, what? Are you really agreeing with me what I think about him? Really? Things must be really bad if we're both on the same page when it comes to Brock, right?
Well, those are the things that I've been thinking about a lot, but I've been trying to not let it worry me too much, especially with having to give birth to the baby. Of course, I really should divorce Brock after how he's treated me. I deserve way better than that. I feel like I can at least make that kind of decision on my own.
Oh, really? Well, that's great that you're able to think and come to this decision without too much influence from other people. I guess he was just too focused on doing this favor for Gregory, yeah?
Yes, that's right, and it's all because he's the heir to Hunter & Co. Brock's company is in dire straits and he's desperate to get deep into Gregory's pockets.
Yeah, that's why I always say that I can trust Brock when it comes to finances or anything in general, to be honest. He's just such a dodgy person, and it's hard to understand how he was able to marry you.
Okay, I get it, but please, shut up, all right? I don't see why you've got to say something like that to me. I'm with Brock of my own volition, all right? I just didn't see his true self until now.
Well, I guess that's true, Justin, but I really can't stand the guy. I can't forgive him for how he's been treating my older sister. It's awful, and I think you know that.
But why do you have to throw your opinion at me about my relationship, Drew? It's really got nothing to do with you, though. I'm able to handle these things myself.
Well, sometimes I don't think that you can. Sister, you were once betrayed by your fiancé before. Come on now. He's run away from his loan problems.
I can't help what happened with that. It was easy to trust him, so I just signed whatever I needed to sign so we can deal with the issues later. That's what a guarantor is, right? It's true that we ended up in a lot of debt, but it was Brock who reached out to me at that time. It's not like we've been stuck in bad cycles since then. Why must you...
But he's been treating you so badly, and it's hard to watch. I just think that you've got really bad luck when it comes to this guy. That, or you've got no good taste. You've got a really cool personality, sis, but you really haven't got a good eye when it comes to the opposite sex. I know it's hard to hear, but I think you should know that.
Why must you bother saying things like that more than twice in a conversation, Drew? I get that I suck when it comes to partners, so just leave me alone about it.
Okay. I didn't mean to keep going on about it, Justin. Look, if you need anything, let me help you out. It might make things easier. I also just wanted to let you know that Mom's worried about you, especially with the new baby being born and how Brock's treating you. Please come back home soon.
Of course, I'm sure she's very worried. I understand that completely. I'll probably come back after I find something to drink. All right, I'll go now. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, sure. Go get yourself sorted, and I hope to see you later on. Just please take care of yourself when it comes to talking to Brock. I don't want to see you get hurt. See you later. Hey, Justin, what the heck is going on with you now? I tried to get into the hospital, and I can't seem to get you for some stupid reason. What's happening here? We're supposed to be going through with the procedure at the hospital properly. You better not be screwing this up for me. Are you going to explain what's going on? Hey, Justin, what's going on here? Are you intending to ignore me all day? You can't just act like this towards your own husband. It's disgusting behavior. How long are you planning to make me wait outside the hospital for you? Huh? If you make me wait any longer, I'll have to take matters into my own hands. All right? What the heck do you think you're doing right now, man? Would you really quit acting so abusive and rude to my sister, you piece of crap? Do you hear me? Huh? Wait a minute. I thought that Justin would be messaging me. Is that you, Drew? Man, what's with you talking to me like that for? What's your problem, you idiot? How dare you just show up uninvited? Do you seriously think you could do whatever you want? My sister gave birth to her child the day before yesterday. What the heck have you been doing? Huh? Wait, why are you going off at me for? Stupid head. It's my sister's wedding, so of course I've been very busy attending that. I don't have time to run around doing multiple things at once. The wedding was just as important, so I can't just not come to the hospital for the birth of my child. You guys didn't bother coming to Ashley's wedding as a family either. So what the heck have you been doing, huh? Do you think we're both in similar situations right now? Have you actually thought about that, Drew? Why won't you give it up, Brock? I think it's perfectly understandable that Justine couldn't be there because of the birth of her baby. You've got no excuse, Brock. The wedding was held the day before yesterday. And what were you doing after that, huh? Why weren't you at the hospital after the ceremony? Isn't it obvious? I had some important work-related matters to attend to. You do know that I'm the president of my own company, right? But I guess you don't understand that. Especially because you're such a lowlife. There are so many things going on at my company as president. I need to deal with those things urgently. Are you kidding me right now? Are things happening in your workplace way more important than your own loving wife giving birth to your child? You do know that my relationship with Justin has nothing to do with you, Drew. So meddling in everything. You're being so annoying right now. You think you're always in the right when you clearly have no idea about anything. You're stupid, rude, and just plain annoying. You're like a little parasite trying to suck blood out of me. To be honest, you're the lowest of the low. I hate dealing with you. You need to get your own life and stop butting into mine with Justin. We're doing just fine. Whatever. You can say anything you like to me. I don't care. But there's no way that I'm going to let you treat my sister like trash. You're never going to see your baby ever again. You're not going to go anywhere near that child, or you're going to face the consequences of what you've done to my sister. Now leave and go home quietly. Don't even think about making a fuss. Wait a minute. What did you just say to me? Are you telling me that I'm not allowed to see my own flesh and bone? Are you seriously kidding me? You don't have the power to do that to me. Well, that's what I just said to you. So I think especially because you didn't give a crap about your wife when she went into labor, you don't deserve to be a father. I think Justin has been thinking about this for a while now, but she's finally seen the light. She intends on getting a divorce from you, Brock. Oh, just hold a second. What the heck are you even talking about? What brought this on all of a sudden? This can't be happening to me. Stop messing around, Drew. You're not funny. I think that you definitely know the reason why this is happening to you. If you can't seem to get it through your thick head what you've done, then you're such a horrible person. What you should do now is leave everyone alone for today and just go home quietly, and you could think about what you've done now, okay? But this can't be happening. You're just butting in when you shouldn't be. Also, I'm the father of the baby. I've got every right to meet and be with the child. If none of you are going to cooperate with me and let me see my child, then I've got no choice but to force my way into the hospital. I want to see Justin and my child. Fine, do as you please, but there'll be consequences for this, Brock. Do you really think that it's okay to do something like that? Shouldn't you think about this before you act? If the president of a company tries to break inside a hospital room and take a baby or something like that, it would be all over the news. It would be hopeless to turn your business around at that point. Are you kidding me right now? You stupid little man? How dare you try to take me down like this? How dare you underestimate my abilities? If you really must know, the news wouldn't impact my company too much because it's already on the decline anyways. No one cares about what. Well, whatever you're planning, I don't think it's going to be possible, Brock. I do think you've been rushing around trying to raise money, and you've been also damaging your reputation with a lot of places. Even my own sister is fed up with you and how you've been treating her and the other people in the business world Don't be stupid and stay away from her and the new baby. They don't need the stress. You've got no right to say such things to me. I'm still the president of a company, and you're nothing but scum. I know that you're too scared to actually face me and say what you want to say.
You know what, Brock? Drew's right when it comes to us. I am sick of how you've been treating me. This is a really good opportunity to get out of this relationship. I want a divorce.
Justine is everything that Drew said to me in the conversation. I had to be with him earlier, actually. True. You're not actually going to go through with this, are you?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about him. He can butt into people's business too much, but he does it out of love, though. But yes, it's all true. I want to divorce you. I don't want my child seeing you either.
But don't you understand how unfair that is to me? I'm that child's father, though. I've got every right to see my child, no matter how our relationship is.
No, you don't, Brock. Not to people who try to use children for their own personal gain, and I know that you do something like that.
Excuse me? What did you even say to me? What are you talking about? How can I use our newborn baby for my own personal gain? What does that even mean?
I heard everything that you were trying to do when I was talking to Ashley yesterday. She heard you talking to someone on the phone in the smoking area of the venue. She heard you say that if you had the status of having children, then your sales would be even better and that you'd be picking up the child soon before the appointment.
Huh? Ashley actually heard what I was talking about? What was she doing in the smokers area anyways when she doesn't smoke? She was snooping on me. Look, Justin, this isn't what you think. It is, my dear. Just hang on a minute, okay? What I was talking about was just business, all right? It's nothing, really. Sure, maybe I worded what I said poorly, but when it comes to my business, I just use whatever's available around me to boost sales, okay?
Of course, I totally understand where you're coming from. I already helped you out when it comes to your business or whatever, Brock. Especially in a dire situation like the current one you're in right now. But, Brock, you left your wife to go into labor by herself, and furthermore, you didn't come to see me for a whole 2 days. I had the baby the day before yesterday. What on earth took you so long to come and see me, huh? A man like you with a child to boost his status? Yeah, like that's going to help you. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds when you say that, Brock? Since when is our baby a product to use for your benefit, huh? You're insane. You know that, right?
No, that's not it at all. The reason why I couldn't get here straight away was because I had a lot of work I needed to sort out. You understand that, right, Joe?
Are you trying to do some favors for Gregory so that you end up in his good books or something? But it makes sense since he's the heir to his company.
Why must you say that in such an ungrateful way, Justin? I needed to market my company to him so that we can do business together. Now that him and I have become part of each other's family, this kind of chance is never going to come up again, all right? So the work needed to be done.
Okay, well, are you going to explain what actually happened then, Brock? What was the result of your sales pitch in the end? Are you going to tell me?
Okay, so he invited me over to his company yesterday. Everything was going great. But then the current president, his father, came in. He ended up kicking me out of the building.
Wait a minute, what? You went in there and then his father kicked you out of the building? Well, that doesn't surprise me, but I wonder why.
Yeah, he did right in the middle of the presentation I wanted to give him about the new business venture I created. So I was confident. But it seemed like no one was listening to me. When I met him at the wedding ceremony, he seemed like a really nice guy, and I thought we were getting along really well. So I thought I was allowed to go in and say whatever I wanted to them.
I think I definitely know what the problem was and why you got kicked out of the company's premises. Your aggressive attitude was the problem, wasn't it? I heard through the grapevine while I was in here giving birth that you were desperately trying to get people to notice you and they were ignoring you in the end.
Wait, what? Where could you have possibly heard that sort of information when you weren't there? Who told you that?
Who told me? Well, I heard that from basically everyone that knows you, Brock. Apparently the groom's side was very unhappy about what you did to me. And it seems like your baby sister Ashley also seemed particularly embarrassed when it came to how you were talking to me and about the baby before the wedding. It makes me feel like you only wanted to see your sister get married just so that you can get on her husband's good side so you can weasel your way into his company.
That's not true. None of them seemed to understand anything I wanted to say. They didn't give me a chance at all. I thought that Ashley would understand what I was doing, but when I think about it in general, it's your fault that the other side of the wedding guests didn't give me a good review. You were needed by my side.
Excuse me? Are you seriously blaming me for your own actions? Are you kidding me right now? I was literally in labor and going through a lot, and you think this is my fault?
I was attending the ceremony all by myself. My wife was supposed to be there, by my side, supporting me in my endeavors. But you just thought it would be funny to bail. From an outsider's perspective, it's definitely a strange situation to explain to them. They might think that things aren't going well between us, or that we had a fight. People would be suspecting all kind of things when it came to why you weren't at Ashley's wedding. So yes, I'm blaming you for being absent because you were. Yes.
Have you lost the plot or something? But basically, all in all, you failed to gain their trust when it came to all the deals you put on the table. All because I wasn't there?
That's right. Now you're finally getting it. If you had the child sooner in the first place, like an actual due date, none of this would have happened. I would have been able to show off my family of 3 to everyone, and they would have loved it. I would have felt good about my chances with Gregory's company.
Oh my God, Brock, do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound right now? Do you have any clue what I've been going through and how you've not been here?
Oh, shut up, woman. This is all your fault. Look, I'm getting sick and tired of waiting. Just let me into the hospital room so that you can give me my child.
You don't even care about other people, do you? All you want is for things to go your way all the time. You're so selfish, and to you, everything's a tool to make a good impression on others. You just use the people around you to get what you want, including me. There's no way that I'm going to let my child be in your arms. They'll not meet someone like you.
You can't do this to me, Justin. I've got rights to the child, and you know, because of you, my company's finished. All because you weren't present at that stupid wedding. It's already bad enough that the press are starting to make me look like a bad guy, when really, it's you who's the bad guy. You've made me look like a fool. I don't care what happens anymore. I deserve to see my baby, and I'm going to see them right now. I'll force my way into the hospital room if I have to.
Me? You know that you can't just do something like that when there's other women who are trying their best to give birth right now, okay? What do you intend to do?
Hey, what the heck's going on at the reception desk, huh? When I mention your name to the nurse, they keep insisting and repeating that you're not there. Did you make a deal with the nurses or something to lie to me? Did you bribe them so that they won't let me in to see you? Where's my child?
I've been wondering if you were thinking of doing that for a while now, since you obviously didn't want to see me whilst I was giving birth to our baby. Neither me or my family members asked the nurses to stop you at the entrance, Brock. Look, I've got no idea why you're not allowed into the hospital.
What the heck, Justin? Then why is the person at the front desk hiding you somewhere in the hospital, huh? Why do they keep saying you're not here?
How can they be hiding me, Brock, if I'm not even in the hospital that you're referring to? Maybe you're at the wrong hospital.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? I thought that we were planning out the quickest route to the hospital, that the one to the south side of town was closer.
Hospital? Well, you're wrong, because that's not where I've been admitted to, Brock. Look, I don't want you causing any more trouble with the public, so get away from there.
There's absolutely no point in saying that to me right now. I know that you're somewhere playing tricks on me. How dare you make me look like a fool? You better come out of the room with the baby right now, Justin. Otherwise, I'm going to start screaming your name until you do.
Even if you want to try and do that, you'll be the one who ends up feeling embarrassed and looking like an idiot, okay? Don't get so worked up and calm down.
Don't you dare tell me to calm down. Shut up, you stupid woman. Hand over my baby to me right now. If I bring the baby into the president's office, maybe he'll change his mind.
Huh? Are you seriously planning on taking a 2-day-old baby away from its mother into a stressful office building? How can you be so selfish and ridiculous, Brock?
My own company is about to go bankrupt. I need to do something about it. What you're doing now is even more selfish. Don't you think you are by ruining this for me?
This has got to be some sort of a sick joke, right? Do you think I'd do this on purpose? I'm not the one who uses people and abandons them when others need help.
Have you forgotten about all the debt that I paid off that your ex-boyfriends left you in? Instead of trying to repay me the favor, you're holding me back? So it's selfish, right?
Look, I'm grateful that you took care of that. I really am. And then you were able to get married to a nice woman like me, so don't you think that's a win for you?
Huh? What do you mean by that? Justin, you're so confusing, and you never make any sense. Give me the child right now.
No! Also, you liked me so much that you wanted to pay the debt off yourself, right? So we were able to get married and get out of debt, and now you're almost in that position again. If I didn't do what you said, you were going to throw me out onto the street, pregnant and with nothing. That would make you look really bad now, wouldn't it, Brock?
Hey, don't you start threatening me. I've been nice to you, and I've let you off easy. You can't touch me right now, since you're stuck in bed.
Oh, but I can. I can let everyone on social media know how you've been treating me and how you talk about the baby. I'm sure if I just mention your company's name, you are truly finished.
No, please, stop. Don't do that. That's not fair, okay? Look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean anything I said to you the other day. I take it all back. Please, don't say anything on social media.
Well, stop treating me like crap. No matter what, I still don't want you anywhere near my baby. They're not going to be exposed to a horrible human being like you ever. I want a divorce, so I am sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer any day now about the paperwork and how custody will be decided in this situation.
Hey, I've got every right to see my child. You can't keep them away from their father. I'm sorry. I really need you, Justin. Don't divorce me. Just take me back, and we can start over.
I am never starting over with you, and I never want anything to do with you ever again. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Leave me and my newborn alone, Brock. Afterwards, Brock became super violent and the hospital called the police and he was escorted away in one of their marked vehicles. He wasn't arrested, but the incident became known among the companies in the city. Despite all of Brock's efforts to rescue the company from going under, he filed for bankruptcy. He was no longer making any money in the industry he was working in. He was left in a huge pile of debt because of it. He didn't want to have to deal with this type of burden, so he packed his bags and ran off in the middle of the night. He left the city and his debt behind. His family had lost interest in him, and he had almost no one to rely on. It's sometimes good to prioritize work over other people, but there are also more important things in life that should be taken care of. Maybe this was a good experience for Brock to learn. For the time being, Justine's living with her younger brother, Drew, and her mother. They're all chipping in to raise Justine's child. The baby's very cute, and Drew and the mother are very caring. Justine is enjoying being a mother. She hopes next time she chooses a partner more carefully. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hey Mom, I just wanted to remind you about our plans today since I have some updates. It sounds to me like Jack was able to get reservations at that one restaurant that I was telling you about. I don't think it's going to be anything too formal, so just show up how you would to any other restaurant. I think we're going out for Italian, so don't wear white. Yes, I suppose that would make it pretty easy to see where I got sauce on myself, wouldn't it? But I'm glad and grateful that Jack was able to find a good place to book for us. I'm really looking forward to this. Forward to this too, Mom, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that I was also a bit nervous. What, Jessica? What is there to even be nervous about? Did something happen between you and Erwin? No, it's nothing to do with Erwin and I at all, but it's just that, well, I guess his dad said some things that just really weren't sitting right with me. And I think that some of what his dad has been saying might be starting to rub off on Erwin. I'm not really sure if I can explain it any better than that without going into too much detail about what all was said. I'm sorry, but I guess I'm just a little bit confused. If you don't want to talk about this, then that's okay, but I'm afraid that I can't really follow along with what you're saying to me. Well, it's just, I don't know, I guess that Erwin's dad really doesn't seem to be happy about the fact that I was raised in a single-parent household. And this isn't just hearsay, Mom. He's actually told me this himself. And now even Erwin has been saying things that hint at him not being happy about it either. Wait a second, you mean that your fiancé's father and now even your fiancé are talking bad about the way that you were raised? What were they even saying? I don't know. I wasn't really trying to listen, to be honest, but his family, they all come from a long line of politicians, and I guess they just have some pride about that. And I think more than anything, they probably just have a lot of misconceptions and misgivings about what being raised in a single-parent household even means. But I just know that if they were to meet you, that would probably solve everything. I mean, you do know who Erwin's dad, Jack, is, right? Yes, I think I've heard of him, but I think that we've hardly ever actually interacted in person. Although I'm sure that Jack wouldn't want to try and start anything with me as soon as he realized who I am. No, I don't think that he would try and start with you over anything. Although, don't be surprised if he gets a little competitive about things. I suppose that might have to be expected, won't it? But if that is all that's going to happen, then I'm not sure what you're worried about. I think I know how to handle myself, thank you very much. After all, I think there were plenty of people who thought that they could look down on us just because I was raising you all by myself. But I am sure that if we all just sit down to eat a nice meal and talk this out, that we'll be able to clear up some of their misconceptions. Although, that being said, I have to say that I'm surprised that someone would actually still cling on to such an outdated belief. I know, you're right. You might be fine tomorrow, but that wasn't all that I wanted to talk to you about. There's something else that I wanted to discuss with you before the meal. Oh, really? Well, what is it that you wanted to talk to me about? What else is there that I should know? The thing is that both Jack and Erwin asked for your phone number so that they could get in contact with you. So I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind if I shared that with them before tomorrow. Well, that's a bit strange that they would ask you for that when we're all about to meet tomorrow in person anyways. Can they not just get my number from me directly tomorrow? Why can't we just do that? I don't understand why we wouldn't be able to make that work. In fact, that seems like it would be so much easier to me. I told them that you were really busy and that she might not like it, but they both seemed pretty insistent about it. I don't know. You know how they get. It isn't like I didn't try to explain all of that to them. I see. Well, then I guess that means that they won't take a simple no for an answer. Gosh, I wish they would just listen to what people were trying to say to them. It would make things so much easier. And it makes me think that there is something they might have that they want to talk to me directly about. I don't know. I guess I just have a bad feeling about all of this, if I'm being honest with you. So I suppose that if they really do want my number that badly, that there shouldn't be a problem in you giving it to them. Okay, I'll go ahead and pass along your number to them. Thanks so much for understanding, and sorry to bug you with this when you're already so busy. You don't have anything to apologize about, Jessica. After all, you're not the one asking for this. But I just do hope that things between you and Erwin are still going well. I just want you to know that it's okay to call this off if you feel that it's not going well. No, it's nothing too bad or serious. I just wish that they would be a little more open-minded towards you and the whole raised by a single mother thing. And I think it just stinks that this is even a topic that we have to clear things up on and try and make them feel comfortable with. Does all of that make sense? Of course it does, and I completely understand why you would hope to have more support from your fiancé and his family. But hopefully, after we all sit down and talk about this tomorrow, it won't become a problem in the future. Either way, I am really looking forward to the meal and seeing everyone in person. It feels like it's taken so much work to finally put all of this together. So I'll see you tomorrow, dear. You have a lovely rest of your day. It was nice talking to you, even if it was just about putting all of this together in the first place.
Hello, this is Town Councilman Jack Harrison. I take it that this is Beth, Jessica's mom, isn't it? I got the number from your daughter, and so I'm hoping that I'm speaking to the correct person right now. Or rather, texting, I should say.
Hello. Yes, this is Jessica Williamson. It is a pleasure to meet you, Jack. And yes, Beth told me that you were asking about getting my phone number. I'm happy to finally be able to connect with you. Or rather, I suppose it would be more appropriate to say that it's been a long time since we last spoke, hasn't it?
Are you saying that you and I have met before? I'm terribly sorry, ma'am, but I really don't remember meeting you at all. In fact, thinking about it now, I don't think I've ever met anyone from a single-parent household before. Not the kid or the parent, so I don't think that we've met.
Oh, but we have met before, you and I. Although I am thinking that maybe meeting each other tomorrow in person might serve to jog your memory a little bit.
Well, I understand that you seem to think that we've met before, but I'm telling you that I have no recollection of that at all. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You and I have not met. In fact, I really don't think that someone like me would ever lower themselves to talk to you. Or rather, how would someone as low as you even manage to talk to me?
Lower yourself? You think I'm beneath you? I really don't understand what it is that you're trying to get at, but if you're saying what I think you're trying to say, well, I think it would do you well to choose your next words very carefully.
Right, look, I'm going to get to the chase and skip all the niceties, okay? Now, I don't really know what you and your daughter might be after with all this, but I want you to know that I'm not about to let you pull any kind of scam on me or my family. Understand? We're not going to give either of you one red cent. In fact, I'll be even more honest. I don't trust you or your daughter one bit. You are both just as shift as each other. I couldn't even throw you as far as I trust you because I don't at all.
I'm sorry, but I'm just a little confused about what you're talking about. When did either of us even say that we wanted money from you?
Listen, I'm a member of the town council. I know what it's like to live in the world that I do. And if I've learned one thing, it's that when some poor family tried to get close to you, they're only doing so with one goal in mind. I mean, the moment that Erwin told me that he was dating some girl from a single-parent household, I have to say that I was quite shocked. I thought that he would have thought more carefully about who it was that he was going to be bringing home to introduce to his mom and I. But I guess that my boy is still young and has a lot to learn. After all, he didn't even know that he should be watching out for exactly your kind of people to come slinking around.
I'm sorry, Jack, but do you not realize at all just how insulting you're being, both to me and my daughter? I mean, really, you're an elected official. Do you think that this is any way to speak to the people that you claim to serve? Why do you think that you can just assume that every single parent household is just after money? Is that really how you view the world? I can't believe that someone like you was let anywhere near the levers of power that control our society. I really don't think that you have any real basis for any of these beliefs besides your own personal biases. The fact of the matter is that you just don't know what you're talking about at all. And I would really appreciate it if you stopped accusing my daughter and I of having such a behavior. You are being very rude, and I don't care to stand for it any longer. Now, tomorrow we are supposed to get together for a nice meal and discuss how our children are engaged to one another. So I just can't understand why you think that it's appropriate to be texting me these kinds of things the day before such a meeting.
I just thought that I'd give you some forewarning before we did meet. I just want to let you know that I already know exactly the kind of people that you and your daughter are, and I won't let you get away with this.
You really just don't know when to stop, do you? What makes you think that you have to talk about two people that you haven't met like that?
I already told you that I'm on the town council, didn't I? If there's one thing that I know, it's people and how they work. And if you think I'm going to let you and your daughter sully my family's legacy, then you're dead wrong. I mean, did you two really think that you would get away with this? That I would just let you waltz into my family and open the door and let you both in?
Again, there is really no need for any of this kind of language, Jack. I just want to know how you can make these judgments when we haven't even met in person. You may be on the town council, but if you don't see why that post shouldn't make you more empathetic to the needy, then that is quite disturbing.
What? You think that being a politician means that I'm supposed to be some kind of bleeding heart? You think that it means that I'm supposed to care about the average person on the street? Being a politician just means that I'm better than everyone else.
And here I thought being on the town council meant that you were supposed to be a representative of your constituency. You do realize that I am a voter in your district, don't you? Don't you care at all about getting my vote? Working for the town council isn't something that makes you great. It's a job you should be given because you're already a good person. I really do think that if you don't change your outlook on the world, that you might make some serious consequences for yourself. Again,
what do you know about anything? You're just a single mother to a sad, pathetic little daughter. But I guess I'm starting to see why it is that your husband left you. If I had to be nagged at like this by you every single day, I might pack my bags and never come back too. But don't worry, I'm going to see to it that Erwin leaves your daughter the same way your husband left you. What? You mean that you're
You have no idea about anything that my daughter and I have gone through, and I would appreciate you not jumping to conclusions like that. I have to say that I am really, really disappointed in you, Jack, but let's just say that I am very much looking forward to tomorrow. I can't wait to see the look in your face when we finally see each other in person, after all this time. Oh, I'm already trying to hold my laughter thinking about how you're going to react when you do see me.
that you're still going to come tomorrow, even after all that I've said? You're a persistent one. I'll certainly give you that, lady. But just know this, that this isn't going to change anything. I'm going to protect my family from no good lowlives like you and your daughter. I won't let some poor rabble like you sink their claws into my son.
I'm just going to say that the only reason I'm even bothering to show up for this tomorrow is all for my daughter's sake. You, your family, your son, and your status, none of that matters to me one bit. All I care about is Beth. Although given the way that you've been treating me just in this text conversation alone, don't be surprised if this whole engagement just falls apart. Look, I think that as parents...
Well, that would be fine with me. In fact, I was hoping to have achieved that by now anyways. What makes you think that I want my son to go through with this marriage? You know what? On second thought, I might...
As parents, we should support the choices that our children make, especially when it comes to love. Now, if you think that my daughter has some kind of ulterior motive, I can assure you that she doesn't, and I'll have you know that neither do I.
I might actually be okay with your daughter marrying my son, as long as she promises never to talk to you ever again. I mean that I'd let her...
I'm sorry, I don't think that I'm following along with what you're saying. What would be the point of that?
I'd let her marry Erwin if she just cast off her past as someone raised by her mom. Not only would having you hang around only bring shame to my brilliant political dynasty, but it would be the only way that we could really be sure that we can control your daughter and make sure that she doesn't either steal money or ruin our reputation. If she can do that, then I'll let her marry my boy.
Well, I'll say this much for you, Jack. You certainly do have an overinflated sense of self. I mean, I know that powerful men are supposed to be all ego, but you're like a bad caricature of a lousy politician. I mean, to think that the day before we were supposed to meet in person, you reach out to me just to insult my family and I like this? You must really think that your family is the cream of the crop around here, don't you?
Of course I do. My family has literally helped to lead this town for generations. What have you done with your life besides lose a husband and raise a useless daughter? Even my son is working in my campaign office, and one day, if he learns how to do it right, he'll be ready to take over my seat on the council. But before that can happen, I need to make sure that he gets smart enough about what kind of people he's letting into his life.
Sorry, don't we live in a democracy? I don't see how you think you'll just pass along your seat. And I will ask you to keep your comments about me, my daughter, and how I raised her to yourself when we meet tomorrow.
If you have a problem with anything that I have to say tomorrow, then you can leave and cancel the whole engagement. I'm a politician, and here in this country, we have a little thing called freedom of speech. Got it? But more important, I am going to do whatever it takes to protect my family from people like you, and that's why you're not going to get away with this.
Aro, if the only reason you're seeking power is just so that you can lord it over people you see as beneath you, then I don't think you're a good fit for office. Especially since you seem to think that you can actually create some kind of dynasty with your family, or that that would be even something desirable for a functioning democratic society.
There you go again, running your mouth, as if you have any idea what you're talking about. Politics isn't for women, and it certainly isn't for single mothers. You don't know what's for the good of society, because you're not good for society. But I don't even know why I'm trying to tell you all of this. It's like trying to teach a toddler about rocket science. It's all just going in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, you're right. I am getting nothing of value from this conversation at all, but I suppose you'll just have to try again in person tomorrow. Anyways, that's all the time I have to text. I look forward to seeing you then. Excuse me.
How are you supposed to sit when we only made reservations for us and not you? Did you really think that we were going to just let you walk into our family with open arms? You're even more stupid than I thought, if you really did think that it was going to be that easy.
Excuse me? What What are you talking about? Are you talking about our lunch plans today?
Of course I am. I made reservations at one of the nicest Italian places in the city. And let's face it, there's no way that a nobody like you could ever afford to eat here. So since you don't even have enough money to afford your own meal, why would we reserve a seat for you to be here? Did you really think that you were going to get a free lunch from us that easily? Well, think again.
There you go again, trying to make fun of me for things that you have no idea about. Honestly, I would have hoped that you did your homework by now, but I guess you'll just have to learn your lesson the hard way.
I know that you're poor, and that tells me everything else that I need to know about you. You're the one that needs to learn to accept their place in this world.
You really think that you know my place better than I do? I just don't know what to say to a man like you.
I don't care what you say. Nothing you could ever say is going to change how I feel about this marriage or you, and that's why you don't have a seat here. So if you want, you can either stand at the table while we eat and enjoy our food like civilized beings, or you can just give up and go home. Honestly, you should just be grateful to me that I'm even giving you the choice. Don't say that I never did anything for you.
I see. Well, if those are the only two choices that you're going to give me, then why don't you just tell my daughter that I've gone home?
Yes, this is perfect. You better go home. There's no place for you here at all.
Yes, it would appear that there isn't. Just don't tell me that I didn't warn you. You will regret this.
Regret? This is the best decision I've made in a long time. If I knew that it would be this easy to get rid of you, I wouldn't have even bothered talking to you yesterday. Now get out of here, you little lowlife nobody.
I guess we'll just have to see who the real lowlife is, won't we?
Hey, what the heck is going on here, huh? We've been waiting at the restaurant for a long time now, and nobody's here. I mean, not even my son has shown up here yet. He's not even picked up his phone. Do you have any idea what's going on here?
Our whole family is over. It's ruined, and you were the one that ruined it.
Wait, what? What is all this about? What are you talking about? Have you gone crazy or something?
Sorry about that. I was only passing along a message from your wife is all. I actually ran into her in front of the Italian restaurant and explained to her all of what happened between you and I.
Wait a second. You mean that it was my wife who said that? So then, does that mean that she's talking about our family?
Yeah, I mean, it would appear as if that was what she was referring to. But this is what you get for trying to treat me and my mom the way you did. I'll have you know that no one in my life has been more supportive of me than my mother. But
What are you talking about, Jessica?
I just really don't get where someone like you gets off. I mean, why be so judgmental about people you haven't met when you're literally going to meet them the next day? I really thought that you would have been more careful with your choice of words after hearing that you had met my mom before. But I guess your wife was able to figure out what you couldn't anyway, and that's why she got so distraught. I'm just saying...
Okay, just what the heck is going on here, huh? What are you talking about? What did my wife figure out about what you're saying? I wasn't able to... Huh?
I'm just saying that your wife saw who my mom was, and that was her reaction to how you treated her. But I'm surprised that you couldn't fit all the pieces together. After all, my mom is one of your most influential supporters and basically won your last election for you.
Hold on a second now. You're really not making any sense at all. I mean, are you really trying to tell me that I owe my victory to your mom?
I just thought that you would have recognized my mom as the head of Williamson & Co. But I guess you were so hung up on the fact that she raised me as a single mother that you blinded yourself to everything else. And no matter how many times my mom tried to warn you, you just kept looking down on her.
Wait a second. Are you trying to tell me that your mom is the same Beth Williamson who heads Williamson & Co.?
That's right. And I'm just shocked that even after my mom gave you her full name, that you still accused her of being after your money. You really should have just kept your mouth shut until you had actually seen her face to face. But then again, not even Jack knew who my mom really was. This was going to be the first time the two of them met.
But no, are you telling me the truth? Is your mom really? She can't be.
She literally told you who she was and encouraged you to stop talking until we had all met in person. But are you telling me that you didn't even do any looking into who my family might be, where I was coming from? Or did you think that it would just be a waste of money and resources to do so much digging into a nobody like me? Even as a politician, I would have thought that name recognition alone would have been enough to tip you off, but...
Please, you have to tell me where your mom is right now. I am serious.
But she already told you that she was going to go back home, didn't she? As for me, after I met up with your wife, I texted Jack and told him that I couldn't get married to him anymore. So even though we'll probably never meet again, I hope that this serves as an important wake-up call to you about how to treat others.
What do you mean? You broke up with my son. But what about the wedding? What's going to happen with that?
I just told you that there isn't going to be a wedding. I wouldn't want to join your family in a million years.
But we came from a long line of leaders and politicians.
Why should any of that matter if you just use your prestige and power to look down on others? I've already talked to Jack about all of this as well, so it's over. Please don't bother my mom or I again. Despite what I had said, Jack ended up calling my mom from the restaurant to beg for her to forgive him. He must have been really desperate to have that kind of conversation in a public place, because it turns out that a local reporter was at a nearby table and overheard half of the phone conversation. He picked up enough to hear that Jack had been very cruel and mean in his language to an important supporter. When he finally figured out who my mom was, the reporter asked her to comment on the story. She didn't, but her texts with Jack were somehow leaked to the press. And so, in the midst of his son's engagement falling apart, the news about Jack broke and his support rates with votes quickly tanked. After that, investigations into his campaign revealed some financial irregularities, and now it's a whole thing. Frankly, I stopped following the story shortly after it broke, as I knew all the details that mattered to me. I'm just grateful that I dodged a bullet by not marrying into Irwin's family and getting my mom caught up in all of this as well. As for my mom, after all of the news stories about Jack and his family were breaking, she withdrew all of her support for any of his campaigns and released a statement explaining why she chose to do so. Not only were the financial crimes a problem, of course, but she discusses the inappropriate way that Jack conceived of political power and how he lacked the spirit appropriate for having such power in a pluralistic society. I can only hope that this whole story serves to warn powerful people about being too full of themselves, but I'm not going to hold out much hope. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
When are you going to decide on whether you want to have my parents moving in or not? I have been waiting for a week now, and there still has not been an answer from you.
You want to talk about that again? I've already told you that I don't want to live with them, so that's it, Chris.
The only person that's against this is you, Alice. Just hurry up and make your choice. Right now, my mom is very excited to move in with us, so don't keep her waiting.
I'm sure all she wants is someone to take care of her and do all the chores, right?
Are you making fun of my mom or something?
Well, up until now, every time we've gone over to your parents' house, your mom has made me do all of the chores. And then she takes you with her, and you all get to have fun without me.
Well, that's because your job as my wife is to get all the housework done for everyone. Stop complaining about it already.
And what about those times she'll purposefully throw food on the floor and tell me to go clean it up?
She tells you every time that those are accidents, okay? She has made it very clear that she has slippery hands, and that's why she drops that food. Do you still not believe her?
You're telling me that every single time I'm there, she has slippery hands like that? Of course I don't believe what she's saying, Chris. Also, I've heard about what your mom has said about me and about how she only wanted me marrying you in order to become her bedside nurse in the future. I don't want that for myself, all right? Have her hire someone to come and take care of her instead of using me as free labor.
So that's your only excuses for not wanting to live with my parents?
My only excuses? What? Why do you not care at all about how I'm feeling right now? Is this because you have someone else besides me or something?
Who are you even talking about?
I asked you this one time before. Who is that girl you seem so close to and are always walking with? We have things we still need to figure out between ourselves as husband and wife, so we do not have the ability to live with your parents now.
I told you that's one of the new hires at the company. When we are coming home from the bar, we are both drunk as hell. And that's why you see her and I all over one another. How many more times do I have to explain that to you? Would you stop being such a dramatic witch? Jesus, stop thinking about a world where I'm the bad guy and make your decision. Yo, reply to me right now.
What, Chris? You haven't even said anything to me yet. What do you want?
I want you to listen and be shocked by this. We've decided that my parents and us will be living together. There's better not be any complaints from you after this.
What? What do you mean we are living together?
You are so thick-headed. I'm saying that I've made the choice for you since you never gave an answer. I've already sent my mom and dad's things to the house for them. They might already be arriving there as we speak.
Is that right? Well, luckily that's all happened just as I've moved out of there.
What? You moved out?
Yep, I sent all my things to my parents' house already, and they said they just got them right as I walked through their front door.
So you're not even at the house anymore? I never heard anything about this.
That's because I never said anything about it to you. Chris, you left the house the moment you woke up to go and see your parents, so I never had any time to tell you to your face. That's right.
So you're telling me you never got any of my mom or dad's things today? What the hell are you doing? What is this about you moving out of our house even? I want you to tell me what's going on here right now. Stop trying to derail this conversation and move on to the next thing.
You're the one freaking out right now and jumping all over the place. You were just telling me about how you didn't listen to my answer and forced your way into getting your parents into the house, right? You can't say anything to me. I knew something like that would be happening soon, and that's why I moved out today and back to my parents' house. Recently, you've been on the phone with the moving company, and I started to get worried about what would happen next. So I made the right choice by getting out of there now.
Unbelievable. Do you even consider yourself my wife? I'm going to tell my parents about this.
Alice, it's been a while. Candace, I haven't seen you in so long. You told me a while back that you were busy. Are things all better now? Things are a lot better now. I'm not as tied up with everything anymore. So what's been going on with you today? Why are you texting me right now? Well, the last time you and I had a chance to meet, you were talking to me about how things with my brother and Mom were pretty tough on you, right? It's been some time since then, but I wanted to check up on you and see if everything's okay now. Oh, thank you for worrying about me. That was very kind of you to think of me today. I have to say that you coming to me was some pretty good timing because just today, Chris tried to force your parents onto me. He even went and sent all their things to our house without telling me. What? You have to be lying about that, right? How could he do something like that? Alice, are you okay right now? I'm fine. I knew something bad was going to be happening with us soon, so I made sure to get things shipped off to my parents' house today, and I moved back in with them now. I don't have to worry about that drama anymore now. I feel like I just made it out of there just in time to save myself. Very true. I'm so sorry about my family causing you even more trouble. You don't have to apologize for them, Candace. You've been out of your parents' house for a long time now and barely even talked with any of them since then, right? You have nothing to do with what decisions they've made this time. And the fact that you're checking up on me now after so long, thank you so much. But Alice, back when I first heard about my brother getting married to someone, I was so worried about the woman he was with because I knew my parents would take advantage of her. I should have warned you about all that sooner. And from the look of things, my brother doesn't seem to care about you at all. Moving my parents into your house like that without getting your permission as well? It was going to happen eventually, Candace, but I was lucky enough to take care of myself there and made it out alive. Well, if you have anything else you're worried or troubled by, don't be afraid to reach out to me. I will do whatever I can to help you out.
Have you fixed that poor attitude of yours? I hope you're not acting like a selfish brat anymore, and will come back here right now. My mom and dad are waiting patiently for you. How much longer are you going to keep us all waiting?
Selfish brat? I didn't go back home to my parents' house just because I'm selfish. All of you never listened to the answer I gave you and made the choice to move your mom and dad in anyway.
From the start, I'd have been talking about having my parents come live with us. This was all being talked about way before yesterday and today. So what the hell, Alice?
And that whole time I had been saying no to having your parents move in with us.
Do you really hate my mom that much? Even though she's been treating you with so much kindness?
So much kindness? Stop joking already and get real, Chris. To me, everything she was doing was abusive. Day after day, asking me to go to her house and clean for her, and then forcing me to make her dinner. And anytime she would make dinner, she'd feed me only the leftovers or burnt scraps. Then, when I'd go home at night all worn out and wanting to relax, she'd call me again asking me to go back over to her house. And when I'd say no to that, she'd come over to our house uninvited and start forcing me to do more chores there. No matter how many times I asked her to give me the duplicate key to the house back, she would just whine and moan before running off. I was never able to get a break in that house with all of you, so don't you frickin' dare say she was treating me with so much kindness.
My mom was doing all of that for your sake.
Bullcrap, she only cares about you. That's why, for whatever reason, you keep a blind eye to all the hate that she keeps on feeding me. This is the reason why Candace ran away from you all, right? Because your mom only cared about you and would make her do all the work around the house while you were spoiled to death.
That's... all you do is complain. Your job as my wife is to do everything my mom tells you.
Well, if you're going to keep on bringing that up, then what about you? Do you think you're accomplishing your job as a husband? All you've done for me is side with your parents on everything and have not ever cared about what I say or think.
Of course I side with them. Because you were once a complete stranger to me before. My mom and dad have always been my family, unlike you. It's common sense for me to side with the people I've always known.
Alright then, Chris, I see. So I'm not your family then. Sounds great. Glad to see we've both settled all of this then. I'm out of here. But before I'm totally gone, I'll do what I can to make sure this crap never happens to me again.
I'm not sure what you plan on doing, but it better be something involving you getting your butt back home. Are you serious right now? I could see that your parents' house is up for sale right now. Did you guys forget to pay the bills or something? That must mean you have nowhere else to live now, right? Now you'll have to come back to your husband and beg all of us for forgiveness. And make sure to not bring your parents along with you. This house isn't big enough for those two animals.
What's this? Did you come around my parents' house or something?
I did. I may be busy right now, but I decided to come pay my selfish woman a visit. I'm so kind thinking about you when I have far more important things to be doing, right? Although, you have kept me waiting for months now. So this is what's happened over these last couple of months? Hilarious. You've lost your house. Where are you right now? On the road trying to find a place to sleep now?
I would never live a life like that. We're having that house sold because we don't need it anymore.
Huh? What do you mean you don't need it anymore?
There's a new house I'm moving into. Actually, it's a penthouse, but we bought the place, so it's all ours.
A penthouse? Stop lying.
If only this were a lie. Right now you happen to be in front of that old house, right? Then you must have seen where we're living now on your way over there. It's that new skyscraper that's just next to the main station. The one that's all modern with a somewhat medieval accent to it.
What? That massive building? You're kidding, right? You bought that place without ever telling me about it?
That's right. There are no plans in my future of ever going back to you, so I decided to leave you out of this.
Did you buy that penthouse with your own money then?
With the money I had saved up before we got married, and also with some money from my father. I didn't take any money out of our shared bank account, so calm down.
I'm not worried. And the name on that place is yours, right? If that's the case, then I can bring my parents along with me and move in there.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Since you're my wife, that means anything you own is also mine. Kick your parents out of there right now, and then let my family in there. Tell us your room number right now.
Are you being serious right now? I would like you to sleep if you're so tired that you start to speak nonsense to me. I'm not telling you anything more about this place. And I'm not even giving you guys the code to get into the building.
Shut up and listen to me, Alice. Give me your room number and the code right now.
Not going to happen.
Alice, are you sure you want to do this? I happen to know a very good lawyer who can help me out with this. If you tell me right now, then I'll forgive you for abandoning me for so long. Now, tell us the room number. Yo! Candace, long time no see. I hear you've become a lawyer now, right? It's been years now since we last talked, since you never replied back to me after leaving the house. But we're still close to one another, right?
Huh? Why are you wanting to talk now?
Come on now, sis. Don't be so cold. I happen to have a favor to ask of you, now that you've become a lawyer and everything. You and I are family, so you'll do this for me without charging me, right?
That's where I thought this was going. It didn't take too long for you to tell me the truth there. I know that you want to work with me because of the lawyer I've become and all, since that's how you've always been. Using me like I'm some kind of tool to you until things are all better and you just throw me away.
Yo, what the hell is wrong with you? Is that the right way to be talking to your older brother?
You're nothing like an older brother to me anymore.
Well, who cares? I'll forgive you this time for acting that way, since I'm such a kind brother and all. You've met with my wife Alice once before, haven't you? Right now, Alice isn't living in the same house as me. She's moved into a new place that she bought without ever telling me a thing. It's a freaking penthouse in this new skyscraper as well. That witch. She bought the place while we've been married, so that makes the place mine as well, right? I want you, as the lawyer you are, to go to her right now and tell her that I legally have the right to be there. Then I'll be able to move into that new penthouse with both mom and dad.
What kind of BS is this? From what Alice has told me, she bought the place using both her dad's money and money she saved up before marrying you. That means the place isn't technically yours, and you have no right to it.
What? Why do you know about what Alice has done, and about how she paid for it with her dad's money?
Because I've been meeting with her occasionally, and she spoke with me about buying the penthouse and everything as well before she went through with it. She wanted a new place to live with her parents, but was afraid of you taking it from her. So she came to me seeking guidance. But since she's paid for the place with both her dad's money and with money she had before marrying you, there's nothing you can do to have a right to it. I made sure she was aware of that, which seemed to make her very happy.
You? Who the hell's side are you on? Why aren't you trying to help your family out and are helping her instead? Who are the ones that raised you into the woman you are now? That was both mom and dad, you idiot. It's because of those two that you're a lawyer, and you should be thankful for that. You are so freaking ungrateful.
You really think something like that to be true? There's a small bit of truth to that, and I will say that I'm thankful for the very small amount of food Mom prepared for me, but that's about all I need to be thankful for. Because both Mom and Dad only cared about spoiling you and making sure you were never unhappy, I was put on the sidelines having to fend for myself. Then you began to act like them too, and for years and years would pick on me and make me feel like I was unwanted there. When I was studying, you all would tell me women didn't need school, and at times would burn my books and everything else I needed for school because I was just supposed to cook and clean for the rest of my life. That's why, in the end, I had to make the only choice that would save myself, and that was leaving all of you and running away. Luckily, when it came to college, I was able to get a small scholarship and work a few part-time jobs to pay off the rest of tuition. And after some long years of having to work practically full-time studying, I became a lawyer. I didn't think for a second that this outcome was thanks to any of you. I never will.
Talk about the past all you want, but I don't remember a thing. Just put all that crap behind you and listen to what I need from you.
Were you listening? Or have you suffered that much brain damage that you forgot things that only just happened to you? No matter what you try and say to me, I'm not listening to it. Oh, and another thing. There should be an envelope making its way to your house soon.
An envelope?
The one who is paying the rent for that house you're still living in was Alice, right? It's been a few months now since she left that house, but you, Mom, and Dad still continue to live there, right?
What?
Alice told me that she's going to end the lease here soon. That envelope might have something to do with that.
Huh? But we are still living here.
You guys still living there doesn't mean anything to Alice, though. You were the one that moved Mom and Dad in there without ever getting her permission. So there shouldn't be a problem with her ending the lease on that place without your permission, right?
Are you saying that you don't care about what's going to happen to us?
I'm sure you all can just go back to that old and run-down house again, right? That's all you guys have to do, so stop trying to act like you're going to die because of this.
That house has been torn down now.
Is that right? Well, sucks to suck then. Are we done here now? You guys have to get ready to move out of there soon, so you don't have time to still be talking to me. So I recommend you get to it.
First her, and now you? Alice, it looks like you went and ended the lease without ever asking me first.
Ah, so now you guys are aware of that too then? Well, that's the truth. I'm not living there anymore, so why should I keep renting it? I've paid for the last month already, so you have 1 month to move out of there. If you don't leave by the end of the month, then the landlord's going to be a little upset. By the way, you were talking about how you know this really good lawyer before. Were you talking about Candace or something? Did you try talking to her already? Even after all the things you did to her in the past?
Shut the hell up already. I don't need to ask her for help anyway, because there are other lawyers I can get to help me. I might even take you with me to court and have the judge deal with your butt.
Go ahead and try to make some case out of this, but I doubt any lawyer is going to take your side.
Crap. Why are you doing things like this? Do you not love me anymore or something? Just deal with having my parents around and come back here this instant.
I love it when you play stupid like that. You make it sound so realistic half the time, talking like you don't understand any English. I mean, could you really be telling me that you still don't understand why I don't want to live with them? That would be insane if this was truly you turning a blind eye to all of that still. I mean, I was going through all that hell right in front of your eyes, so there's no way you didn't see that, right? Coming home from having to work late only to be immediately woken up by her to start cleaning and cooking even though it's the middle of the night? I'm practically suffering from insomnia now because I was never allowed to sleep. Do you remember that time I passed out? I was lacking so much sleep that at one moment everything went dark and I collapsed. When I went to the doctors for that, the doctor told me I needed sleep and food badly. But none of you ever explained that the reason for me being in that state was because of your mom. It's not like any of you would say anything about me anyway, because the whole dang time it's all about your mom. Do you even love me anymore, Chris? Have you ever loved me? If you really ever once considered me as part of your family, you would have never let me go through all of that hell.
Honestly, you are so damn annoying, woman. Make your decision already. Either you allow my parents and I to move into your penthouse, or you tell the landlord to forget about ending the lease and let us live here forever while paying the rent. And I expect you to pay that rent until we are all dead.
I'm not choosing either of those options.
Huh?
If you're about to lose your house, then why not move in with your girlfriend? Tell her you're bringing the parents along as well.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm not stupid, Chris. I never have been, so would you stop trying to fool me like that? You've been going out with that new hire at your work that you always told me was just a new hire, right? And even after I've left you all months ago, you and her have only become closer, right? Luckily, I had Candace help me out with all of this, and we now have loads of evidence. She's a very good lawyer, after all, so after we are done writing up some reports about you cheating on me, we'll get to the divorce forms.
Divorce forms? What the hell is all of this about now?
The only one who seems to still not get what's going on here is you, Chris. Ever since I left that house, I've been preparing for this with the help of my parents, Candace, and some other friends. Pretty soon here, Candace will be paying you all a visit, and you'll be signing those forms for me, okay? And if you refuse, then the next time we meet will be in the courtroom. Only that time, I won't be nice to you at all.
You're taking things this far? What's gotten it into you? We have been so caring towards you, Alice.
Can you explain to me what exactly you're talking about? Ever since our wedding, there's been no love from your family, and at this point, love has become so non-existent that it might even be in the negatives now. Ah, and another thing. I made sure to send an envelope to your mom as well with evidence of you cheating this whole time.
You sent that to my mom? No!
I don't think it matters how much she spoils you. When she sees you in pictures sleeping with another girl, I don't think she'll look at you the same. She did say that one time we had dinner together that the things she hates most in life are those who cheat.
Alice, please tell my mom not to open that envelope and to just toss it.
It's already arrived, and I'm sure she's looking at it right now. You might want to ask her about it now. Good luck, Chris.
Wait a second, Alice.
From now on, I'd like you to talk with Candace if you have anything to say to me. With that, goodbye forever, you jerk. Alice, I have some news. It took a lot more time than I was expecting, but that guy finally signed the papers. The divorce has been finalized. Congratulations. Thank you so much for telling me, Candace. This was the final push for us then, right? That's right, and I'm glad you're free of them now, too. It felt so wonderful fighting against those that had ruined my childhood, and I hope we will never have to deal with them much more again. The only thing I'm a bit sad about now is that you're no longer my sister-in-law, so I'll never really see you again. What are you talking about? To me, you're like my real little sister, and I want you around me forever. Let's go out to eat again sometime, okay? Are you sure? Oh my God, thank you so much, Alice. I've gone and cut ties to all of them as well now, so they'll never know about us being around one another still. We're like two survivors who were able to escape from that abusive family. I'm so glad it's all pretty much over for us. We can finally take a moment to breathe. I feel the same way. After freeing myself from those animals, I feel as though I can become myself again. I'm really looking forward to getting back to working full-time again and living a life that will no longer include them. I'm sure that feels amazing. You're no longer going to have your life sucked away from you by those leeches and will be able to do whatever you want. Let's both work together and become amazing people. Let's do it. We can talk more about all of this really soon. We can have a party commemorating the day I divorced that asshole. Hell yeah. After that, having lost their only place to live, Chris and his parents had to move into a very old-looking apartment where there wasn't even any heating. Chris was also forced to pay a settlement fee to me because of his cheating, which didn't seem to sit well with him because he started to whine even more to Candace about her taking my side. This wouldn't faze Candace, though, and after a few back and forths, she told him to either pay it to me soon, or she'd have to go in front of a judge and face even more penalties. That ended up shutting him up, and within a week I had that settlement arriving in my bank account and never had to think about Chris again. After learning about how he had been cheating on me, Chris's mom forced him to break things off with that new hire. She was not finished with Chris, though, and started to think that he broke up with her because he had another woman. So at work, she started to make claims about how Chris was a sex offender and had assaulted her as well. Chris is now having to go to HR every day as an investigation has been started on him inside the company, which may lead to him being fired. This has also led to some very toxic situations back home for him, where neither his mother or father will talk to him. These are all things Candace was told in a letter from her mother, and which she later told to me. Now, with how things have turned out for me, right now I'm living a life without a single person getting in my way anymore, and have become even closer to my parents. Work is going really well for me, and I'm able to go out most weeknights and weekends to see friends I haven't been around in ages. Recently, I was asked by a younger guy at work if I wanted to go out to lunch with him someday, and I think I might just take him up on that offer. I hope things between him and I start off with a bang, and we can become more than just coworkers. Make sure you don't cheap out on the gifts at my upcoming wedding, okay? If there isn't at least double the amount I get from the rest of my family coming from you, then I'm going to get upset. I might even make you leave my dad at that point. Jordan, I'm not sure you should be saying things like that to me right now, especially at a time like this. I understand that you might be excited about the upcoming wedding and all that, but that does not give you the right to say such things like that to me or anyone. What? I don't have a mom, though, so how am I supposed to know what to be saying? How about you tell me what I should be saying, since I've had to live my whole life with only a dad in my life? I never had a kind mom to help me through anything like this. I've been around you all your life, though, right? And I had been trying to act as your mother the whole time, teaching you everything I thought you'd need to know. So don't use that whole "I have no mom" trick on me, because I have been here for 25 years helping raise you with your father. What are you talking about? You think I've ever thought of you as my mom? Could you stop acting like you actually did anything that makes you my mom just because you were around me for a little while? I'm not trying to act like I'm your mother, though. To be honest, I've just been around your father this whole time and thought it would be kind of myself to be helpful with you. And as far as I can remember, you always did view me as your mother figure. But I suppose that was all a lie then? Which is fine, I guess, but you still need to respect me for what I've done for you. Stop acting like I should still be thinking of you that way, though. And respect you? No thanks. All of you know right now that I never agreed with you getting married to my dad. Like I'd ever want some useless grandma around in my life. I wonder what my dad saw in your old butt that made him think marriage was a good idea. For some reason, it's starting to seem like you're acting even worse than before. Did I do anything to you recently? I know that for the past couple of years you've grown a little distant from me, but now it's almost like you're actually trying to make me feel bad. That's because I really want for you and my dad to get a divorce. So why should I continue being nice to you when I'm trying to get you out of my life? And as for the actual wedding, I really hope you don't actually come to it. You'd ruin the vibe for everyone else there who shows up wanting to celebrate me. All of my guests would have to learn my dad got remarried to some shut-in grandma. I understand that I work from home most of the time, but I wouldn't start throwing the word shut-in around. It doesn't make me feel good when you call me that. Well, listen, I've been saying that about you this whole time. And to be real with you, when have I ever seen you actually working a job? Since you're always sitting in that room all day, I'm sure you're just playing video games or watching YouTube, right? Just because you're not seeing me work does not mean I'm not doing other things in here. What I'm doing is just not something I need to show you, and if I leave the door open for everyone all the time, I won't be able to focus. That's probably why you've never seen what I'm actually doing in that room. But I promise you that what I'm doing is related to my job. That's what you say. Thank God Dad is such a nice man, right? If he was any more strict with you, then you'd never be able to continue playing those video games all day long, right? How about now that I'm out of the house, though, you go ahead and divorce him? You really want your father to be alone that badly? Do you think that I'm taking him away from you or something? If I say that I'm feeling that way, will you divorce him for me? I'll put some thought into it, yes. By the way, I'm already married at this point and will be going to my husband here soon. And you know that, right? So, since things between you and I will really be ending here, I'll let you in on one final secret. My dad, he's in love with a younger woman than you right now. She's a model, so recently the two of them have been going on quite a few dates with one another. What? What are you talking about? Oh, so you really didn't know about any of this, huh? I kind of figured that someone like you would be clueless. I know there are plenty of older women who begin to stop thinking about the world around them as they've gotten older. But in your case, you must have completely forgotten that there are in fact better-looking women than you out there. Would you please tell me what's going on here? Is your father really going out with another woman now? I'm honestly not too sure, so you might want to go and talk with him about it. But from my point of view, I'm kind of thinking he does have another younger woman around. Just from the way he's leaving the house in a hurry sometimes, I can tell that she's got him all tied up in herself. Dang, Julian, there really is nothing left you can do now. I see. Well, thank you for giving me a heads up. If this is really true, then I guess we're closer to a divorce than even I had thought. But before you do get that divorce, make sure you allow me to have my wedding first. Wouldn't want to get any bad luck from you or my dad, right? Doesn't seem right to me to have my wedding after you both have cut ties. It seems that everything must be about you then. All right then, if that's what you want from me, then I'll listen. As for right now, I'm going to start getting to the bottom of things with your father.
By the way, I wanted to talk about this month's allowance. You think you can up it a little for me? I have Jordan's wedding and all coming up. With what little you're giving me now, it might make things a bit tough for me come time that I have to help her with the wedding costs and her gifts from me.
What are you talking about, Richard? Month after month, you've already been asking me to raise your allowance for whatever reasons you have. Are there really that many things going on in your life that require you to get more money from me?
There's nothing crazy going on here. I just happen to have a lot of work on my plate, and that leads to me getting stressed out. And so I want to use that money you give me to get some fresh air and relax a little bit. You're making all kinds of money with your job, so it's not like you have anything to worry about. So how about you just give me a bit more each month in my allowance? That way things can be a little bit more fair here.
If that's how you're feeling, then how about you leave that dead-end job you have and work for a company that actually values you and pays you more? I don't want you thinking you can just take my money and play around with it all the time. But in some work yourself, and I promise you'll start making more money and won't have to keep asking your wife for her money.
Hey, don't say things like that. We have both been working for as far as I can remember, at least while we've been married, right? Yet you're not going to let me have anything that you've earned? I thought that by being married we were supposed to share what we made.
I've been letting you have quite a bit of it already. The thing is, you haven't been giving me anything in return. You take all that money you make and spend it all on yourself. Everything that has to do with this house, I'm being left to pay for. And for as long as I can remember, I haven't gotten any money from you to help me out, or even as a gift to show your love and appreciation for me.
But look, Jordan is going to be leaving us soon, so you won't have to pay for her anymore, right? That means you and I can have a little more fun with our lives, right? So you shouldn't be upset about giving me a bit more to spend every month. And as for that appreciation you're seeking from me, I give it to you every day by staying with you.
A little more fun with our lives? For some reason that makes it sound like you don't want to have fun with me, but rather have fun by yourself outside of the house. Hasn't that been where all my money's gone to already that I've given you? I'm sorry, but I'm not okay with that.
Hey, what's gotten into you? You've never spoken to me like that before. What happened to you today that's made you so stingy?
I'm starting to realize that your spending is a little suspicious. Up until now, I haven't really thought anything of it. But then I was being asked for money and gifts from your daughter, and she told me she wanted more from me than anyone else in the family.
That sounds like her. She must have gotten that kind of greedy mindset from her mother. That woman went and took all the money she could get and ran from me. Jordan must have seen her mother doing all of that and ended up loving money and things just as much as her.
And you seem to be the same way as those two.
What was that?
Whatever. Jordan, what is this all about? Where is my seat supposed to be today? Did you forget to tell the wedding staff to set my name out? Huh? I didn't forget anything today. I just made sure that there was no place for you today at this wedding. What? There is no seat here today for some fake wannabe mom like you. This wedding is only for my real family, so a stranger like you needs to get out of here. Just leave whatever gifts and money you bought for me up front and go home. You made sure to bring me a lot of things today, right? Fake wannabe mom? Up until this very day, I have done so much to support you, yet after all of that, this is how I'm treated? You just supported me out of your own desires. I never asked for a single thing from you, right? If you're going to throw a fit about how unfairly you think you've been treated, how about you go outside and do it? We wouldn't want the security in this building to have to come and carry you out for causing a ruckus, right? But if that's what you really want, then go ahead and start crying. I see. So this is really how things are going to be? That's right. And right now it seems your father doesn't care about what's happened to me and is laughing while I stand here patiently waiting. He's told me already that you're the bride today, and that if you don't want me here, there is nothing else I can do. He seems to think you want him to be alone today, and that makes him laugh out of happiness. Awesome! Dad is so cool. Why did I ever decide to stick my neck out for you guys all this time? Don't worry, because you don't have to do anything for us anymore. Now shut up and get out of here. Or else I seriously will have the security team come and carry you out. You're not supposed to be here today, so get. All right, I'm going then. And if you regret what you've done later on, I'm not going to listen to you whine. You think anything's going to change today by you not being here? Stop thinking that you're all that important to any of us. I'm cutting ties to you today. Goodbye forever, you useless grandma. Understood. I'll make sure to have these divorce papers handed in today. That will be my wedding gift to you. Seriously? Thank you. No, I really can say goodbye to you forever. Hey, what's going on here? I'm being told that the wedding is now being canceled? They're asking everyone to leave this wedding hall now. Who is this? Stop playing dumb, you idiot. I am your daughter, Jordan. I don't have a daughter, though. You're really going to start telling crappy jokes like that now? Why are things turning out like this now? I never told anyone that I wanted my wedding canceled. Well, don't worry, because I did. Huh? What does that mean? How could you have canceled my wedding? Well, I was the one who went and paid for the whole wedding. What? And since that wedding I paid for would not be seating me, I chose to have it canceled. I have no idea what you're talking about. This whole wedding was all paid for by Dad. What the hell are you going on about? Oh, now that you say that, I'm sure that's how he explained things to you. But unfortunately, whatever your father was telling you was a lie. In reality, I was the one that paid for every little thing related to the wedding today. What? Are you being serious? Well, yes, of course I'm being serious. Isn't the fact that your wedding is being canceled right now clear enough evidence of that? Why? If you're really the one who paid for everything, then why did Dad lie to me about it? That's because your father wants you to continue liking him, and would rather you like him than me. And, well, that led to him trying to show off so that you'd stay with him instead of coming to me. Well, it's too bad things had to end this way, because now you're just going to find out just how poor of a father he really is. No way. You have to be lying. I just went and asked Dad about this, and he won't say a word to me now. I'm sure he won't, because no matter how much he's tried to fake being the man of the house, the only true man of the house with all the power and money was me. That man can't do anything by himself, and you'll soon realize that. You have all the power and money? But the one making the most money is Dad, right? No, that would be me. Honestly, with your father, he's already been trying his best just to stay alive. And that's with the help of me giving him a monthly allowance. Huh? What does that mean? I never heard anything about all of that. And that's because you never care to listen to what anyone has to say to you. I've talked about this many times now, about how I happen to work a very important job from home, and that I'm the one paying for everything in the home. And I have made sure that every time you tried to say I was only in my room playing games, that I am actually in there working diligently. Yet you never listened to any of those words I said, and continued to believe in that lie you made up about me. So don't get upset with me that you chose to live in your false reality. Are you really making all of that money from home? Wait, I sort of had an idea that you'd be working a little bit in that room, but I just assumed you were only making enough to support your hobby of gaming. Well, you never actually cared about anything I was up to and would always leave the house and go out and mess around. That's why you have no idea what kinds of things I was doing for work. But I was always getting my allowance from Dad. I know, and all of that money was coming from me. But your father wanted to make sure, no matter what, that you never found out about that. So I had to keep it a secret for so long that I was the one who really handed all her money to the family. Why would you keep all of that a secret? Because if I were to say anything, then your father would have been destroyed, right? He wanted to seem like this really cool father in front of you. And during those times, I was in love with him. So I had to give in to what he wanted and keep everything a secret with him. Wait, Dad is starting to get really upset right now. He wants to know why you've started talking about all that. He's telling me to tell you that all of that has nothing to do with my wedding? What? Such a loser. So that's all he has to say about what's going on? What do you think of him, Jordan? Do you still find your father to be a really cool guy after he went and kept all this stuff about his income and money to you a secret? I really want to get pissed off at him right now, and what he's done is totally uncool and makes me want to say goodbye to him forever too. Why have I respected my dad so much all this time? Right? I was thinking that myself, and that's why I gave up on keeping that a secret from you. So there you go. That's why I've told you the truth, yet it seems your father still wants to keep the truth hidden from you. I get it now. I get it all now, so you can come back here. You can come back here and join my wedding, as long as you tell the staff it won't be canceled. You really think something as wonderful as that is going to happen for you? I told you already that I'm going to get this divorce now, right? I knew something like this was going to happen today, so I made sure to prepare in advance. That's why all of your things are out of the house now, and I'll go ahead and toss them for you, okay? What? What are you talking about now? Wait, does this mean the house is also... That's right, my name is on the house. I've been the one renting the house this whole time, and pretty soon here I'm going to be moving out. I've really wanted to get myself a proper office for work, and so I was thinking it'd be best to get myself an office and then set up a bed in there to sleep. I'll have the lock and everything changed on the house, so both you and your father can stay out of it now. Wait a second! Things are going way too quickly for me. I never heard about any of that either. Aren't you being a real jerk right now, tossing all my things out of the house like that? Wasn't all of this what you wanted, though? I'm giving you the gift of a divorce between myself and your father, yet you're going to get all upset about it now? You don't have to divorce Dad anymore. Please, come back here. You have to do something about what's going on here. All of the groom's family is getting really upset with me now and are threatening to take him away from me. Wow, sucks to be you then, I suppose. Too bad that I don't care. Honestly, I'm sure they are all happy to learn about the true person you and your father are before having the wedding. They're probably thankful for what I've done. Shut the hell up! Do you have any idea what this will do to my life? You think I care about some complete stranger's life? Be happy that I gave up 25 years of my life supporting you and your father. Be thankful for all that. I understand, and I am very thankful for all you've done. Thank you so much for everything, Mom. So please come back here now. I don't ever remember being your ATM, all right? So stop it with all of that fake appreciation for me and get real. Really, do you have any idea how much I am done with your father? Always needing me to do everything for him, even going as far as asking me to pay for your whole wedding, and then on the day of, stabbing me in the back? I think the both of you need to spend some quality time in hell for this. Don't say things like that. I'm not kidding when I say that right now things are really crazy. Dad's girlfriend just showed up to the wedding. She just started to tell him about how back in the day she did some things with his older brother. He knew about how she used to work as a prostitute and would take advantage of her all the time. Oh, she's talking about that stuff now? I knew there was something wrong with her. But to think she did something as wild as that with his brother. What? Do you know her? After you gave me a few hints about how your father was cheating on me, I decided to delve into it a bit more. I got my lawyer involved, and we hired an investigator to have a look at what was going on with your father and her. We needed to know about who she was and what she was up to. You went and did something like that? And as for the allowance I was handing your father each and every month, most of it was going to that woman and the time he spent with her. I want all that money back that I wasted on him, so I'll make sure this settlement I get from him is huge. Settlement? You thought I'd just skip all the fun? I know about how he's been with her for the longest time now, cheating on me. And, well, cheating on me while married gives me the ability to take action against him. I'm still in the talks with my lawyer, so please give me just a few more days. Wait, oh, this can't be happening. Dad doesn't even have the money to pay you back. You think I care about him having the money or not? If he doesn't, then he'd better start moving his ass and making that money for me. We're being asked to pay for the rest of this wedding now? We don't have that kind of money on us. Please, come here and do something about this, Mom. Who is this mom you're talking about? You would never be calling some stranger that, right? You and I have cut ties completely now. So would you shut your mouth and let me have the peace of being free from you both that I deserve? Please don't say things like that, Mom. I will apologize to you for everything my dad and I have done. Don't abandon the both of us at a time like this. Up until a few days ago, I had been trying my best not to be bothered by everything your father and you were doing and just focus on my work. But now that I think about it, I should have gotten rid of you both long ago before things came to this. Now, I've told you what this divorce is, right? It's that present you were asking from me for your wedding that's better than anything anyone else will be giving you, all right? And you losing your wedding and getting into debt with your father is something I believe suits the both of you as well. So please take that next step forward and fall into the hell you've created for yourself. After that, the rest of the groom's family had had enough of Jordan, and they all began to walk out of the wedding hall, officially ending the wedding that Jordan had been so happy about. And as for what Jordan had been saying about her already being married to her fiancé, she was lying and only said that in order to make me feel even worse about how she would be leaving and wanting me to divorce her father. Anyway, as the rest of the groom's guests left the hall, so did a lot of Jordan's guests as well. And soon it was just her and Richard in there, surrounded by the wedding staff, asking for the remainder of the payment that was needed. Neither of them could afford to pay the remaining $5,000, and so Richard ended up writing them a check, knowing very well it would bounce in a couple of days and he'd be in huge trouble. When those two came running back to the house from the wedding, they both found all their things out in the yard, as well as the doors all being locked like I had said. They sat outside for hours, begging to be let inside by me, but I wasn't even at the house at the time and was just watching all of this drama unfold through my doorbell camera. And before they both decided to give up and leave my property, they got into this massive fight, screaming and yelling at one another about whose fault all of this was, before running out of energy and running off. They both would later get themselves a dirt cheap apartment where they've been living now without any furniture in it besides what they already owned. They would later be visited by my lawyer, who would let Richard know that the divorce had been concluded and that he and I were officially exes now. And along with that, he would be told about the settlement he owed me, and that he would get 3 months to pay it off, or else I would be taking him to court and raising said settlement. I'm not really sure he'll ever be able to get me that money I've asked for, but that's all right, because I know deep down that I already have more money than he ever will, and that at least I was given this divorce, which is going to be saving me a lot of money going into the future. The both of them regret never appreciating me for all the things I did for them, and have since had to sit in that apartment crying about what they've lost. But that's not something I care about, as those two most definitely deserved this. And I'm sure once that wedding hall finds that the check has bounced, they will go after Richard and Jordan, and they'll have a new kind of hell to live in. As for myself, I ended up ending the lease on that rented house and got myself a decent-sized office space downtown where I can get my work done from. There's also a small kitchenette inside it and enough space in one of the adjacent rooms for me to make a bedroom out of. I think for the time being I'll be living here, focusing all of my time and effort entirely into my job, instead of into that selfish and greedy family that I once had.
Mark, there's something on my mind, and it's not easy for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway.
What is it?
I think that you should find yourself a new job. I mean, you only work like 2 times a week. In your free time, you play video games at home or go out with your friends. Don't you want a full-time job?
I don't. I already live in a nice house and I'm happy with my life. I don't think there's any need for me to change anything.
But I'm the one paying for it all. Don't you think that's a little unfair? If I were in your position, I'd feel bad that I wasn't making enough money. And also insecure about my future.
What the hell? Are you saying that I'm a loser because I don't have a full-time job like you?
I'm not. I just think that you should think about your future. You can't rely on me forever. I mean, you're still young. Don't you want to do something meaningful with your life? Don't you get sick of playing games and going out with the same group of friends all the time?
Whatever, you don't need to lecture me. I should have never married an older woman had I known that you would start lecturing me like this.
What do you mean by that?
I wish I had married someone that was younger than me. I mean, they're prettier and more loyal. I married you because I have a stable job and income, that's all. I thought that if I was getting married, it would be better to marry someone like you, someone that could take care of me for the rest of my life. But I guess that I was wrong.
You're already thinking about your post-retirement years?
Sort of. The one good thing I got out of this marriage is that you bought us a room in this high-rise condo. And the mortgage payments aren't that high, are they?
I didn't buy this place. I pay a pretty high rent for us to live here.
But I'm sure that is not a burden for you, seeing that you make good money. If we're being honest with each other today, I think that my love for you is gone. I don't have any feelings for you anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I'm sick and tired of you telling me what to do all the time. You might be 5 years older than me, but that doesn't make me your child. I'm your husband. You should treat me with more respect.
I'm not being bossy because I'm older than you. I'm just asking you to do the right thing for the both of us. It doesn't make sense that I'm doing all the work here.
You can think whatever you want, but don't share your thoughts with me. It's really irritating.
I had no idea this bothered you so much. Fine, I won't say what's on my mind anymore. But please do some self-reflection on your own then. Mark?
What do you want now? Stop nagging me. I've had enough of your complaining.
I know that you brought over a woman to our apartment while I was at work.
How the hell did you find out? I don't care that you found out, though. I'm going to see whoever I like whenever I want to.
Well, I won't allow you to bring them over to my apartment. And I can't believe you let her use our bed. What were you thinking?
Fine, then do you want to get a divorce?
What?
And I'm taking this house. You can go find yourself a new place to live.
Do you hear yourself? Do you know how selfish you're being right now? We're renting this place under my name. Why should I be the one to move out? And we're still married. I have every right to complain about you bringing women over to our place. Don't you understand that you're committing adultery?
I don't care what you think of me. I'm no longer in love with you, and this is my life. I'm going to do as I please. I'm sick and tired of listening to you complain all the time. I've had enough. I want you to move out.
So this means that you want to file for a divorce.
Yes, that's right. I don't see any benefits in staying married to you anymore. It stresses me out to be with you. It's not good for my health. I want you to move out as soon as possible.
Are you sure this is a good idea? Isn't it better for you to move out?
I don't think so. I like living here.
I don't think that you'll be able to afford the rent. Do you even know how much you make right now?
I may not make as much as you, but I'll be able to pay the rent. It's not a problem.
I don't think you understand how much the rent is.
Do you think that I'm stupid? I think that we have the divorce papers at home.
Yes, we do.
I'll file them soon then.
What the hell? We haven't even finished talking about this. How can you be so selfish? You only make $800 a month. How are you going to get by?
The rent is not that high, so I can manage. I don't spend that much anyway. I'm going to get back on my feet after we get divorced. I'm going to remarry a cute and young girl who takes better care of me.
Life is not that easy, you know. You're not going to miraculously find a great job when you want to. I didn't think you were such a lowlife.
What did you just call me?
I said that you're a good-for-nothing lowlife. I think we've done enough talking. You can file those divorce papers.
I'll file them as soon as possible. I'm so glad to have you out of my life.
Likewise. But I know that you won't be able to keep up with the rent. I can't wait to say I told you so to your face. You're sure of your decision to continue living here, right? You won't regret it later?
Yes, I'm sure. How many times do you have to ask me that? I love living here. You should change the name of the lease from yours to mine.
Will do. I wish you'd had appreciated me more, though. I did so much for you. I'm the one that's been supporting you financially ever since you quit your full-time job.
Well, as my wife, that was your obligation. It's nothing to brag about. All you did was pay the rent, and it's not even that much. It's like $100 a month, right? I'll pay the rent from now on, so move out as soon as you can. I don't want to see your face anymore.
Okay then, I'm moving out.
Great!
I just can't believe you're so stupid, though. Your punishment is coming your way soon. I've warned you. And I'm going to live my life happily without you.
Why do you keep on acting like I'm not going to be able to pay the rent? I'm not going to get punished for anything.
Well, if that's how you like to see things, fine by me. If I need anything more from you, I'll contact you through my lawyer.
Sounds great. I'm so happy that I don't have to live with you anymore.
Same here. Bye, asshole.
Yo, pick up your phone!
I'm at work, and we agreed to not speak to one another, remember? Text me instead. I did everything that you asked me to. What else do you want from me?
First of all, why did you take all the electrical appliances from my house? I called you last week about it, but you wouldn't pick up your phone.
I bought all those appliances, so I have every right to take them. It took me a while to move into my new place, but now that I have, I needed my appliances back.
Fine, I guess I can't complain about it, but you could have given me some warning. Now I have to go buy some appliances for myself.
I suppose, but why are you telling me all this? I'm sure that your new girlfriend can help you with the shopping.
Actually, there's a bigger problem. The rent is much higher than I expected it to be. There must be some sort of mistake.
Oh, so you finally got your bill. You should have read the contract when we changed the name in the agreement to yours.
Yeah, I guess.
But this has nothing to do with me, so you need to figure it out on your own. I've been paying the rent up until now, and you never cared how much the rent was. It's not $100, you idiot. More like 10 grand. This is all your fault. You need to take responsibility for your actions.
So there's no mistake in the bill. The rent is 10 grand.
Yes, the rent is 10 grand.
You deceived me! The monthly rent is worth my annual salary amount. There's no way that I'll be able to pay this much.
I'm sure that it is a stretch for you. Good luck.
Is that all you have to say to me? Good luck? Are you having fun seeing me struggle like this? You knew that the rent was too high for me. Why didn't you say anything? I thought that the rent was like $100.
How could you assume that the rent was so cheap? You live in a nice place. It can't be that cheap. Don't you have any common sense?
Well, I saw that you paid a lot of money when we first rented this place out. And I also contributed all the savings that I had at the time. That's why I thought that the monthly rent wouldn't be so high, because we had already paid the majority at the beginning.
Well, that's not the case. It was money that needed to be paid to secure the room because it's so popular. And we also used the money to buy furniture. But what kind of an idiot are you to think that we could live here for so cheap? Your stupidity makes me laugh. You're a real joke.
Stop being so condescending! And this isn't funny at all. I can't afford to pay my rent.
Then why don't you ask your girlfriend to help out with the rent? I mean, she's living with you. That's the least she could do.
I can't ask my girlfriend to pay the rent. She looks up to me. She's 10 years younger than me.
It was stupid of her to choose to date you. I guess all you can do now is look for a decent job that pays well.
So you're not even going to offer to help me out? I'm not going to be able to find a new job in such a short span of time.
Well, if you can't come up with the rent, you're going to have to move out. The superintendent is going to ask you to pay the rent for the month that you've been living there.
But if I can't pay, I'm sure that will come to you next. I mean, the lease used to be under your name, so...
But we're divorced now. I don't have an obligation to help you out. Your parents are the guarantor, so I'm sure that the superintendent will get in touch with them if you don't pay the rent.
I didn't know that. How did I not know this?
So, you can't get away with not paying your rent. Your parents are going to be so pissed off with you when they find out about this. If your parents get mad at you over this, you won't have a place to live. Why are you even calling me about this? I thought that you never wanted to speak to me again.
I had no idea that this place was so expensive. You should have warned me about this. This is all your fault. You should take responsibility by paying the rent.
Why would I ever do that? I'm no longer a part of your life. Deal with it on your own, you scum.
Did you just call me scum?
I did, because you are scum. You only married me for my money. And then you quit your job and spent your time doing whatever you wanted. You made me do all the household chores and wasted my money on games and gambling. And on top of that, you found yourself a lover and had an affair. After that, you made me move out and tried to take my house from me. I don't deserve any of the crap you put me through. Now, you need to deal with this mess on your own. I'm no longer a part of your life.
Look, you have a point, and I'm sorry for the way that I treated you. I didn't mean for things to end like this between us. Can't you help me out for old time's sake? I mean, we used to be married.
The past is the past. It means nothing to me. We're strangers now.
Please don't say that. I'm sorry for cheating on you. I see how bad that was now. You still have feelings for me, right? Please don't leave me to suffer like this.
Feelings? Are you crazy? I don't feel anything for you anymore after the hell you put me through. You're the one that kicked me out. I suffered plenty. Now, it's your turn. I'm living in a fabulous new place now, and I have no intention of moving back in with you. My rent is pretty expensive, so I don't have the luxury to help you out with your rent.
Can I move in with you then?
No way.
Can we give it another try, please? I realized how much I love you after you moved out. I'm really sorry. I won't do anything else to hurt you.
I'd rather die than get back with you.
I'm serious! I know that we can make it work.
I hate you for what you did to me, and you're a loser who just wants to live with me for my money. I don't need you in my life. Now, can you please stop texting me? Good luck with your rent. If you can't pay the rent, I guess you'll need to borrow the money from somewhere. Although it's none of my concern now. Stop bothering me. I'm busy. In the end, Mark was not able to pay his rent. He suggested to his girlfriend that they escape during the night, but they were caught by the police the following morning. He had to beg his parents to help him pay the rent. He was then kicked out of his apartment and had no choice but to live on the streets until his parents forced him to live with them. As a result, his young girlfriend left him. He still owes his parents the rent they lent him, so he's desperately looking for a new job. He no longer has the freedom to do whatever he wants to do. He spends his time regretting the poor decisions that he had made that led him to this current situation. As for Melanie, after divorcing Mark, she lives a happy and fulfilling life. She even found herself a beautiful new boyfriend and continues to work hard at her company. She loves her new life without Mark. She made the right choice in divorcing Mark.
Come on, don't be mad. It's just a prank. Just laugh it off. It's only a prank. This is hilarious, right? Look how yellow your car is now.
That car was a graduation gift from my dad. Why would you paint it yellow?
It's just a prank.
But the yellow paint won't come off, will it?
Well, no. Just keep using it yellow.
That's not what a prank is supposed to be. A prank should be reversible.
But your dad approved the color change.
There's no way he'd approve turning it completely yellow without asking me first. Stop messing around. This isn't funny.
Hey, sorry. I didn't think you hated this much.
I shouldn't have gotten so angry either.
No, I'm the one who's wrong. Of course you hate having your car suddenly painted yellow. I was being stupid. Katie and I both got carried away. I'll talk to Katie about this too.
The paint job must have cost a lot.
Don't worry about it. Your dad covered it.
What do you mean my dad covered it?
He might have given me some money for channel expenses.
You used my father's investment money to ruin my car?
Not ruin, upgrade. Yellow's trending right now.
I can't believe you do this.
The viewers will love it though. Think about the thumbnail.
Is that all you care about?
No, of course not. I care about you. And the channel. And our future together.
Just think about the consequences more next time. Maybe we shouldn't upload this prank to YouTube.
You think viewers would be angry too?
Yeah. Your channel's been growing lately. You need to keep things within reasonable bounds.
You're right. I wasn't thinking like a proper adult. I'm sorry, Sarah. Will you forgive me? I promise to be more thoughtful.
Well, the yellow is kind of cute in its own way. I'll let it slide this time. We have the wedding coming up after all.
Thank you. I'll become a man worthy of you by our wedding day.
I'm looking forward to the wedding.
Hey babe, the yellow car video just hit 500k views.
That's great.
The comments are loving it. They're calling you such a good sport.
At least something good came from it.
We should do more pranks together. The viewers really connect with couple content.
I don't know about that.
Come on, think about it. Your reactions are gold.
I'd rather not become a regular part of your channel.
We're getting married. Shouldn't you support my career?
I do support you. I just don't want to be in your videos.
The wedding video will be huge though. Everyone loves wedding content.
The wedding isn't content, Kevin. It's our special day.
Of course, of course. But we can make it both, right?
Let's talk about this in person.
Wait, before you go offline, did you see the comments about your car?
No, I've been avoiding them.
Some people are asking what brand of paint we used. They want to do it to their girlfriend's cars too.
That's concerning.
It's inspiring, you mean? We're starting trends.
Starting trends of property damage?
It's not damage if it's for content. Besides, your dad paid for it.
That makes it worse, not better.
Speaking of your dad, he loved the video too.
He what?
Yeah, showed him yesterday. He was laughing so hard.
That doesn't sound like him.
Trust me, he's totally on board. He even suggested some future pranks.
Really? What kind of pranks?
Can't tell you. That would ruin the surprise.
Kevin!
Don't worry. Nothing too extreme.
Your definition of extreme concerns me.
Katie says I should tell you.
Tell me what?
About the next big video. But I want it to be a surprise.
After the car incident, I think I deserve to know.
Fine, you're right. We're planning something at your office.
My office?
Just a small thing. Nothing that'll get you fired.
That's not reassuring.
It'll be fine. Katie's already scouted the location.
You got Katie involved in this?
She's great with logistics. Plus, she can keep a secret.
Unlike you, apparently.
Hey, I'm only telling you because I love you.
And because Katie said you should.
That too. But mainly the love thing.
Just promise me something.
Anything for you, babe.
No more surprise paint jobs?
What about temporary paint?
Kevin!
Kidding, mostly. New pranks will be totally different.
Different better or different worse?
You'll see. The viewers are gonna flip.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Trust the process. This is how we grow the channel.
Let's talk about this in person.
Fine. Dinner tonight?
Yeah, we need to discuss boundaries.
Boundaries are boring, but okay for you.
See you at 7.
Bring your sense of humor.
I'll bring my lawyer's number too.
Always so dramatic. That's why the viewers love you.
Goodbye, Kevin.
Later, got it at the next video. You're gonna love it.
I seriously doubt that. Katie just called about the bachelor party. She mentioned something about a skydiving prank.
Oh man, she wasn't supposed to tell you. It was gonna be epic.
You were going to prank someone while skydiving?
Just a small thing. Nothing dangerous.
Define small thing.
Maybe telling someone their chute isn't working. Just for a few seconds.
Are you insane? That could give someone a heart attack.
Nah, my friends are tough. They can handle it.
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Fine. I'll think of something else.
Something that won't risk anyone's life?
Promise. Though the views would have been insane.
Kevin!
Kidding. Sort of.
What else were you planning for the bachelor party?
Nothing much. Just some harmless stuff.
Like what?
Well, maybe switching someone's parachute pack with a backpack.
What?
Relax, they'll have a real one underneath. The look on their face, though.
You seriously think that's okay?
The channel needs bigger reactions. Skydiving pranks are trending right now.
And what if something went wrong?
Nothing would go wrong. Katie already talked to the instructor.
Katie's involved in this too?
She's handling the cameras. Got some great angles planned.
I can't believe she agreed to this.
She knows what makes good content. Plus, I promised her 20% of the revenue.
Because money makes it okay.
Everything is okay if I get enough views. That's how YouTube works.
No, that's how you work.
Come on, don't be like that. Think about my subscribers.
Think about your friends' lives.
They signed a liability waiver.
For skydiving, not for your pranks.
Same thing, right? It'll all be worth it when we hit trending.
You need help, Kevin.
I need views. And this will definitely deliver.
I'm calling the instructor myself.
Don't you dare. You'll ruin everything.
I'm trying to prevent you from ruining everything.
The venue's already paid for. The cameras are rented. Katie's got the thumbnail designed.
I don't care. This ends now.
Fine, we'll do something else. Maybe just replace their drinks with hot sauce.
That's actually less terrible.
See? I can be reasonable. Well, the skydiving idea would have been legendary.
Drop it, Kevin.
Dropped. Like a parachute.
I'm serious.
Okay. More skydiving pranks. Promise.
Why don't I believe you?
Because you know me too well.
That's what worries me. The wedding planner asked about cameras. How many are you planning to bring?
Just a few. Maybe 5 or 6.
That seems excessive.
We need multiple angles for the best content.
Can we keep it to 2?
What about the reactions?
What reactions?
You know, when something unexpected happens.
Like what?
Just general wedding stuff. Nothing specific.
Kevin!
Trust me. It'll be perfect.
If you say so.
Have I ever let you down?
Do you want that list alphabetically or chronologically?
Ouch! Well, you still love me.
Unfortunately. Just keep things reasonable, okay? Dad's inviting his business partners.
Don't worry. It'll be a day to remember.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Hey, you'll never guess who I met at the bar.
Who?
This amazing influencer. She loves our videos. We talked for like an hour about content creation.
Oh, really? What's her name?
Ashley. She's got some great ideas for the channel.
What kind of ideas?
Bigger pranks. More dramatic reactions. Real viral stuff.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, she totally gets what viewers want. Not like... Never mind.
Not like what?
Not like some people who think pranks should be reasonable.
I see. Well, I'm glad you found someone who understands your vision.
Right? Finally someone gets it.
And she's an influencer?
Yeah, pretty successful too. We're meeting up again next week to discuss collaboration ideas.
How nice. I hope it works out.
It will. Trust me. This is going to take the channel to the next level.
I'm sure it will. Very sure.
Wedding day prank successful. Push the bride into a mud pit. Don't be mad just because he got muddy. Let's continue with the ceremony. This will be my most viral video yet.
Continue? My wedding dress is completely ruined.
Just keep wearing it covered in mud. It'll make things more exciting. The views will be insane.
This designer dress needs to be paid for. Do you have any idea how much it cost?
The YouTube revenue from this video will more than cover it. This video is going to blow up. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just get back here. Can't have a wedding without a bride.
This wedding is over.
What? Why are you talking like that all of a sudden?
I said the wedding is over. I'm not marrying you. Get it?
Hey, come on. What are you saying now? We're in the middle of the ceremony. Do you know how many people you're inconveniencing?
That would be you. Your prank delayed everything and inconvenienced everyone here.
That made it more exciting though. Everyone was laughing.
My bridesmaids aren't laughing. They spent months planning this.
They'll get over it. Joe makes better content anyway.
The caterers are asking if they should pack up.
Tell them to wait. We need reaction shots of people eating. Got a special prank plan for the cake.
What did you do to the cake?
Nothing much. Just replace the filling with mayonnaise. And maybe some hot sauce.
The cake cost $3,000.
Worth every penny for the reactions we'll get.
I'm not trying to be exciting by canceling. Besides, the guest will understand why.
Look at the views already rolling in. The live stream has 50K watching. This is exactly what Ashley said would work.
Is that all you care about? The views?
Of course not. I care about the ad revenue too. The sponsorships are going to be huge. I already got 3 brands wanting to collab.
You really don't get it, do you?
Get what? This is content gold. The mud splash was perfect. Kitty got it from 3 different angles.
My father's business partners are here. Did you think about that?
Even better. Rich people reactions are premium content. One of them is a CEO of Megacorp, right? His reaction alone will get us trending.
You're unbelievable. My father helped fund your channel. He invested in your dreams.
And look how it paid off. We're going viral on every platform. Hashtag wedding prank gone wrong is trending.
The priest is leaving.
Tell him to wait. We need him for the next bit.
What next bit?
The one where I pretend to pass out during the vows. Kitty's got fake blood already and everything.
You were going to fake a medical emergency at our wedding?
It's genius, right? Ashley says medical pranks always go viral.
Wait till you see what I planned for the reception.
Now you're getting into it. What did you plan?
There won't be a reception.
But I already set up the tar and feathers.
The what?
Oops, wasn't supposed to mention that. Forget I said anything.
So you were planning to humiliate me twice today?
Not humiliate. Create memorable content.
The only memorable content today will be me leaving.
You can't leave. Think about the algorithm. Breaking up pranks are so last year.
This isn't a prank.
Everything's a prank if you film it, right? That's what Ashley taught me.
So you're taking advice from Ashley now.
She gets it. Unlike you. She knows what makes good content. Says we could get Netflix interested if we push things far enough.
Tell me more about Ashley.
She's a real pro. Says my channel could hit 2 million subs if I go bigger with the pranks.
Bigger than ruining my wedding dress?
That's nothing. Wait till you see what she just said for the honeymoon.
Oh, do tell.
Can't spoil the surprise, but it involves a fake kidnapping. Super viral stuff. We'd stage it in a foreign country. Get the embassy involved. Make international news.
And you think that's okay?
It's just content. Ashley says controversy equals cash, and she's never wrong.
You really trust Ashley's judgment that much?
Of course. She gets the game better than anyone.
Interesting. What's her channel name again?
Actually, I never checked. But her Instagram has like 500k followers.
Really? What's her handle?
At Ashley the Fluencer. Why are you asking all this?
Just curious about the person who's been teaching you. The person who's been recording all your conversations.
What do you mean recording?
Check your DMs. Ashley sent you something.
What the? These are all our private conversations. How did she?
Surprise! Time for the final prank. Ashley's been working with me the whole time.
No, that's impossible.
Remember when you met her at that bar? That wasn't a coincidence.
But she approached me.
Because I told her exactly where you'd be, and what drinks you like, and how easily you fall for flattery.
This whole time, every conversation.
Every terrible prank idea you shared. Every awful thing you said about me. All recorded.
You can't use those. That's private.
Private like pushing your fiancé into mud? Private like planning to tar and feather her? Private like admitting you only proposed for my father's money?
I never said that.
Check the recordings. You said it last week, right after Ashley bought you your 6th drink.
You planned all this?
Not at first, but after the yellow car incident, I knew I needed insurance.
Insurance?
Against whatever viral stunt you'd pull at the wedding. Turns out I was right.
This will ruin me.
Like you tried to ruin my wedding?
The channel, my subscribers.
Don't worry. Your humiliation will get plenty of views. That's what matters, right?
I'll delete everything. Katie, get these videos deleted right now. Hey, Katie.
Sorry, bro. The videos are staying up.
What's going on?
Sarah made me a better offer.
What did you do to my sister?
Nothing much. Just showed her some opportunities.
Katie, we're family. Delete those videos now.
It's better for my career this way. Your channel was getting toxic anyway. Sarah's offering me my own channel.
You betrayed me for that?
It's just business.
How long have you known about this?
Long enough. Remember when you made me edit that yellow car video?
What about it?
I saw how much it hurt Sarah, but you just kept pushing for more extreme pranks.
That's what our viewers want.
No, that's what you want. I've watched you change since the channel grew.
I haven't changed.
Really? What about when we were kids? Remember how you used to defend me from bullies?
That was different.
Yeah, now you've become the bully.
She's right, you know.
Stay out of this. This is between me and my sister.
No, Sarah's part of this too. She showed me all your messages about the wedding pranks.
Those were supposed to be private.
The tar and feathers? Kevin, really? That's not a prank, that's assault.
You helped plan those pranks.
Because you're my brother and I felt obligated. But I've been feeling sick about it for months.
So you've been working with Sarah this whole time?
Not the whole time. But after the skydiving prank idea...
You told her about that?
Someone had to stop you. You were going to give someone a heart attack.
It would have gone viral.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Everything's about views for you now.
Show him the DM, Katie.
What DM?
The one you sent me last week. About how Dad would be disappointed in both of us.
Don't you dare.
He said, Dad always said we had to stick together. Too bad he's not around to see you helping ruin my big viral moment.
That was private.
Using Dad's memory to manipulate me? That's low, even for you.
I didn't mean...
Yes, you did. You know how much I miss him.
You used your own father's death to pressure her?
You don't understand our family.
No, you don't understand family. Family doesn't push family to hurt people. I'm done being your accomplice.
After everything I've done for you?
You mean giving me 10% of the channel revenue? While I did 90% of the work?
I made you relevant.
No, you made me ashamed. Every edit, every thumbnail, every cruel prank. I can't do it anymore.
So you're choosing Sarah over your own brother?
I'm choosing to do what's right. Finally.
The videos are already trending, by the way. Hashtag Karma for Kevin is #1.
I'll never forgive you for this, Katie.
I can live with that. Better than living with what you've become.
Time for your next surprise, Kevin. Your cars are waiting at the airfield.
What?
Good luck, brother. You're going to need it.
Why are we at the airfield? Is that my new Porsche? Why is it painted yellow?
Surprise! Another prank for you. But wait, there's more. See that helicopter?
No, you wouldn't. Don't do this. These cars cost a fortune. Please.
Oops. Looks like your cars are totaled.
You crazy bitch.
What's wrong? Don't you appreciate humor? I thought you said pranks make everything better.
This isn't funny. Those cars cost hundreds of thousands.
Oh, but your pranks were funny?
This is different.
How? Because it's happening to you?
I'll sue you for this.
Go ahead. I'll countersue for all your pranks. Plus, I have evidence of everything.
What evidence?
Katie sent me all your private messages. The ones where you admit enjoying hurting people. Where you brag about only dating me for my dad's money. Where you plan increasingly cruel pranks.
You can't.
Oh, I can, and I will. The video is already uploading. Title: Exposing Toxic Prank YouTuber, The Ultimate Revenge. It should go viral pretty quickly. Game over, Kevin. The prankster finally gets pranked. After that incident, the revenge video went viral, accumulating millions of views within days. Kevin's attempts to contain the damage backfired spectacularly. The private messages where he admitted to enjoying causing pain and dating me for money had already spread across multiple platforms. Commentary videos analyzing his toxic behavior dominated YouTube's trending page, with his old fans turning against him completely. Katie's decision to stand up against her brother's increasingly cruel behavior resonated with viewers. The footage she had preserved, combined with the documented evidence of Kevin's manipulation, including using their late father's memory to pressure her, painted a clear picture of how toxic the channel had become. Her emotional interview segments in the revenge video, where she detailed her growing discomfort with Kevin's escalating pranks and his unfair treatment of her as his editor, garnered particular sympathy from viewers. Kevin tried to salvage his reputation with an apology video, but it only made things worse when people realized he still showed no real remorse. He kept insisting that everything was just content and that viewers were being too sensitive. The final nail in the coffin came when brands began publicly cutting ties with him, citing the evidence of his calculated cruelty. Last I heard, Kevin's working at a warehouse under a different name, trying to escape his notorious online past. He's attempted to start new channels several times, but viewers quickly recognize him and his toxic behavior patterns. Without the ability to hurt others for clicks, he seems to have lost his entire content strategy. Katie, on the other hand, has successfully transitioned into a different kind of content creation. With my backing and the support of viewers who appreciated her courage in speaking out, she's built a respectable following focusing on behind-the-scenes insights into social media manipulation and toxic influencer culture. She occasionally collaborates with anti-cyberbullying initiatives, sharing her experiences to help others recognize and avoid harmful online behavior. As for me, the venue from the revenge video and subsequent brand deals from companies who appreciated my stand against toxic prank culture has been substantial. I treated Ashley and my dad to an expensive steakhouse dinner to thank them for their help in exposing Kevin's true nature. The restaurant even comped our meal after recognizing me from the video. While I won't be starting a prank channel anytime soon, I have to admit that serving Kevin a taste of his own medicine was deeply satisfying. More importantly, our story has sparked important conversations about the dark side of prank culture and the real harm it can cause. Sometimes, the best revenge isn't just exposing the truth, it's watching that truth create positive change.